Hi, hello to the viewers. Good evening to all of you. Today, I would like to talk about the stress management. Of course, what is stress? The frequent thinking of the disaster, negative emotions, and if we keep on feel hurt by someone's comments and criticisms around us, we feel highly stressed because we must always know that we are only surrounded with all sorts of people in the world. Especially while we go out, we have to face enormous struggle challenges in our life that compete our involvement to compare and contrast the sequential emotional waves from the surroundings alone. Always we may not have proper ambience around us in our workplace or in the place do we travel or wherever do we go to purchase some provisions or the whatever do we long for the register of our present emotions we long for. We may not be expecting ourselves to be presented in the pleasantable situations that can have the beautiful ambience around us. In such a situation, it will be so difficult for us to tackle all axes of the sections that we go around every day. But the real Sataka aim for only the presentable moment of his presentation to be given at every task of the complications. We can compare the Olympians or even the complicated sections passed by all the ventures, the greatmost people who had their voluminous involvement to cross across the hurdles of their life to find the success. You take the police officer or a policeman who stands in the midst of everyday traffic to clear the situation, goes across enormous stress to manage such a situation. Not only that, a traveler in the bus who has been surrounded with more number of passengers should not think of the people around him, but even kept on stood on one leg too. How does his ambition been fulfilled in just getting down to a destination does he aim for? Not only that, you can take even the hawkers or the marketing agents who long for their products to be sold at everywhere. People really long for their success of an ambition to be fulfilled in the midst of more complications do they go across. This will definitely develop their sense of control to conquer any situation. So, stress management is an essential lesson we must really learn to keep ourselves to be very much balanced in every situation. But definitely, at an end of the day, we long for our emotions to be ventilated. We are not the, the supreme elements or the machines because the machines may not have the sixth sense to realize the power of its, that is a sixth sense of the human beings possess may really long for all kinds of parts of encouragement and listening ears that does he long for? So, all of us really long for the receptive ears every day. The people who are so kind to us, very, very unconditionally showering their good love, should be selected as our friends, who may be few in numbers, to be ventilated our immediate emotions that we could not bear in any such situation to its peak of extremity. So, that kind of ventilation to the listening ears may drive the moistening eyes or even the relaxation to our mind. This is the way we should know to develop and involve ourselves to bring up our cognitive therapy to forget our very pained emotions, the panic emotions. But all of the people really long for loving years, the love of involvement, not the lustiest years. After all, a material may not give satisfaction for a longer time, but every one of the people may long for the listening ears during their panic, emotional ventilation. The vent out of their panic emotions to be heard by the listeners can give them beautiful relaxation to get rid of them from a stressed situation of depression, because the depression is the most panic disease may push a person to have more and more pained life later on. Human beings are to be loved, and they should know to live and let live. And this formula of good involvement of giving space in the mind, the moistening listening ears, and also the value for love to realize the good workers and their real hard work for the welfare of the public, and to give them the patting emotions or encouraging words can definitely drive, certainly it can drive their positive triggering involvement to do something better in their life. So, the stress management can be essentially possible by an individual with the strongest willpower. But other than that, extremity of the stress level also has to be listened by the society in not causing problems to the good workers, and their pains and panic emotions should be realized. After all, the human life is only for the shortest duration. None of the people are going to be stagnated, but only their special appeal of attitude, goodwill, mercy, kindness, presence of their very good provision to the people to be very much happy can embody their name in the green leaf of the history. So, every leader or an administrator should know to understand the pains of their subordinates. And amidst the subordinates, there must be a team spirit or the coordination to support other people, to let them work for the benefit of the social upliftment of an organization, or the social welfare department must aim for the benefit of the social achievements. Through it, the stress management can be a very beautiful task to the winners of the society. As we all know, man must be known through his kindness, and he should be named through his green leaf of empathy. And thanks for attending this session. Please try to learn an art of stress management to feel free and relaxed from your panic emotions. Thank you.